That was 2 quick succession crashes, which took the stream down. Let's see if we can figure out why that was. There we go. That's now live. Hopefully. Let me just put the that chat down. There we go. Right. Why did that happen? My first question. I feel like there should be something here to debug this. I wonder if I've got something under like program files or something. Check on some temperatures. This PC, program files. Sure, one of these. Maybe it's program files x86. Open hardware monitor, that's what I want. Check on this, yeah, run that. Oof. Set all my fans going super loud. Let's just check the temperatures on everything here. Radions, lots of radions. Might try taking some of these out, you know, I don't think that's a neat 30, that's a nice 49. That's 25, so it looks like one in particular is getting used more than the others. Wonder if I close this, do my fans return to normal? Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay, we're going to do this one app at a time. Step 1, we're going to open VS Code. Bring this over here. Let's bring this over here. Okay, well that's bright, isn't it? It's maybe a bit too bright for humans. Does it remember what I was doing? It does. Can't find crate. Could not compile. Wow, it's super unhappy. So for whatever reason, we now can't even get a build. Maybe we can go back to our... Let's try this. Ah, no, that works. So maybe there's something different. Anyway, so let's see if it compiles first, because there were a couple of times we did this and bad things happened. And we completely crashed out, didn't we? See if this makes it to 98. I mean, I'm not blaming you, Tom, but I'm just saying, you joined the stream and I crashed twice. What are the odds? Right, let's get rid of this. I think we've established that the computer's not melting. It's not even bothering to use these 2 GPUs. So that's what, solid 44%. Driver date. I mean, I could maybe update that. I'm not doing that on stream. Probably can't do that on stream, actually. Yeah. Right. Restore. Yeah, bring me back on my tabs. Well, I mean, at least the builds are done, right? Right? Yeah, they're done. What happened to this? Get back over this side. Let's get this over. That's about right, wasn't it? There we go. Okie dokie. So, wow, 16 minutes. I'm not waiting 16 minutes for every build. Tom, oh man, it won't let you post links. My bot has my Streamlabs bot has prevented you from posting a link. Did it? Well, I can see the link actually. Did it? Did it let other people see that link? Can anyone else see the link that he posted? Nope. I mean, I feel like I should be able to. It was a YouTube link. I should probably whitelist YouTube. Yeah, you got it. I mean, I could. I haven't set people up yet, Tom. For I guess I could do like VIP status for some people, so the bot doesn't ban you. That might be something I do. I was thinking of setting someone yesterday. Actually, was like really helpful on the stream, like consistently helpful. I've momentarily forgot their username. It ended with an 80 though. They were like, I was thinking I should grant them VIP status because they were trying to send people links that would have helped them out. Grey Git, nope. Okay, nope, you can't see the link. Cool. What were we doing before all of that happened? Oh, look at that. That's, I guess on this branch actually, this work's not complete. That's probably what it is. There's probably nothing wrong with the deploy. That's what it'll be. So if we go along to... What? Was I in the middle of doing something? Let's hit save changes. Oh, then it wanted me to type this. Oh. Oh. I mean... Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hide my screen for a moment and then I'll do this. It's gonna take me just a moment, hopefully. I will be right back. Let's go back soon. If I remember rightly, I can keep talking to you whilst I hide this. Oh, I've just gotta find the password now. It's hidden in the depths of my memory. This reminds me of a story someone was telling me. They couldn't remember their PIN number. Could never remember their PIN number for their bank card, so they scratched it into. I'm not saying anyone should do this, by the way. It's a terrible idea for many reasons. Not least of all because it's illegal. But they scratched it into the wall just by their cash machine. So, you know, it was still secure if someone grabbed their bank card. They didn't know it was their card, and well, I guess they might have known it was their card, but they didn't know which bank machine they'd normally use. And they certainly wouldn't have known that 4-digit number in the wall was theirs. Okay, I can see I was having a. Right, bear with. Okay, I've typed in all the digits. I think that's right. No, incorrect password. I got it wrong. Oh, I had one job. Yay! Right, I got it right the second time. So let me hit save changes, and that should let me save it. It did. Okay, great. Let me hide there, close that, minimize that, and get the screen going again. Whole screen. There we go. Great. Sorted that out. Time for a drink. Really getting through that water. Right. Where were we? Oh yeah, we were going to look at this pull request. We were going to look at adding Travis deploy stages, and because it's got a big old green tick, we should be able to merge this. We got there in the end, right? We got there in the end. Look at that. 8 days of pain. Well, we weren't trying every day, right? This branch is out of date with the master branch. Update branch. And I know that's going to force it to... I mean, I did just implement this rule. 173. See what's going on with this now. Okay, I would hope these are only going to take 3 minutes this time round. Pretty sure if we look at one of these, once it spent 30 seconds doing the setup. Actually, let's see how long it takes to get the cache. Okay, maybe that's not too bad. I think that was a fraction of a second. But this doesn't necessarily mean downloading, does it? This is creating directories, which is downloading like 4 or 5 gigs again. 3 gigs. It's too much. This might be one of our speed issues. But at least if this, if it reads the cache correctly this time, it won't have to rebuild numerous things actually. It won't have to re-download those packages. It won't have to rebuild that WASM thing. Tom says, why was the cache so big? Yeah, so this was I mean, I invite you to watch yesterday's episode in this series, but we spent some time trying to figure out why the cache was so large, and we settled on, what did we settle on? We settled on if I go to, so close some of these down, I'll show you the exact lines of code we added. Every time it builds, it's adding to the cache, and it was never taking away. And if I go to Travis, and we got that about right, didn't we? There we go. There, before cache. So we've added these lines, which should remove a whole bunch of stuff that can't be reused between builds. It doesn't offer, or seemingly doesn't offer any benefit. I got that off of someone's. Someone wrote a gist. I've linked to it. A, because where credit's due, and B, I'm sure when I come back to this and try and improve it, I'll have questions and think, where did I get this from? But I should really add that to. So we're doing this on stable, but I don't think we're doing it on nightly, and I don't think we're doing it. Hang on a second. Where's beta? Stable. Beta. Yeah, we're not doing it on beta either. So there's 2 opportunities there to speed this up by shrinking the caches on those builds as well. What's going on here? This is looking pretty good actually. This looks like it's rushing through the checks and not doing any re-downloading. 45 seconds, it decided it did want to recompile a little bit of stuff. Not the end of the world. Boom. Okay, that's a lot faster. That was 2 minutes. This was done in 3. I reckon these will be done in a moment as well. As I remember, the beta was slightly slower than the stable, and the nightly was slightly slower than the beta, but I reckon another minute and those will be green. At which point, this should turn green. And then we can hit that merge button and move on with our lives, because I'm done looking at builds, just waiting for builds. I'm sure you are too. Maybe. No, I'm not. I can think of more stuff that we could do. Like, we do need to move this into those other builds, but no, not today. We'll do that another time. Now we got another green. We're 100% green. Got our green tick here. Merging is blocked, so unfortunately, there's no one else added to GitHub on this project. It's just me. I mean, it's a public project, so you can all download this code if you want to, but means I have to use the admin override to merge rather than the responsible thing of not and having somebody else review the code. But I mean, you'd all let me know if I'd written bad code, right? Sure you would. Every faith in you. Let's close this. Well, we're done. Actually, we're done on that. Okay, we're down to 3 pull requests. What do we got left? We've got a broken status badge. Do we? Status. Yeah, the build unknown, but we know the build is good because it says so there. So we could try just getting some of these done. Code curve patch. I think we could manually override that, but yeah, update branch. Check we haven't broken anything. Let's list some of these local branches. What have we got? So this branch we've just killed off on GitHub. So I think let's just double check that so we can get rid of that. Yeah, it's gone. So I thought it was -D to remove. Maybe it's -R. Git branch minus help. New branch, edit branch. Is that all the same? -D, -D, and -R. Branch name. With a D or D will be deleted. You may specify more than one branch. Okay, so let's do git checkout. We can go back to the master branch now. Git branch -D, and oh, it's great that it's got autocomplete because I would never remember the name of this. Adding Travis deploy stage. We did that. It happened. It's done. I don't want to do any more work on that today, or maybe for a while. Yeah, so now we're hoping that build passing is going to appear on the live website once this branch is fixed. Close that. See how the latest job's doing. What is this? Oh, this is someone else's build. No, I don't want that. Get rid of that tab. One less tab. Let's check on build pull requests. 175. Okay, so that's going to take 2 or 3 minutes at least. But at least we'll get quick builds. Let's have a look at the code. What are we actually changing? Files changed. So we've changed the source page, the status page. What? I said source page. No, we changed the status page which is in the pages folder in the source directory. I was talking nonsense there. What was actually wrong with it? So we did have an image tag there before. and then it looks like it was just pointing at, this was the old name for the repo, like many weeks back, and now the repo is correctly named bigprimes.net. So, oh, but there's a new version. No, there isn't. I think it's probably a new version because I hit the update button earlier. That'd be what that is. And hopefully, that's curious, isn't it? So I've just thought, we won't know if the deploy works until after this update has run. Then I hit the merge button, and then, good point, when I ran the merge button before, build history. What did it do? I don't think it did anything. What happened to build? Where's 172? Where's that gone? Oh, I've got a feeling that the deploy is possibly broken. That would be... I'm going to go with bad. I think we can find that under requests. We discovered this yesterday. We can look under requests. Build config, do not find any jobs. Build config, do not find any jobs. That, I think, is fine. What was this for? Build 173. None of that looks like it's anything to do with the deploy. Build 174. That's still deploying. 5 minutes. So this must be running... Oh, it's compiling stuff. I was pretty sure our deploy was pretty thin on the ground already. Builds nightly. Oh, hang on, what's going on here? Oh no, this is an old version. Let's grab the latest copy of master. Yeah, so in this case, under tests, of course, we run a bunch of checks, bunch more cargo checks. That all makes sense to do under test, and then under deploy, we do this. So is this lots of scrolling? Oh yeah, cool. So that's doing the pip install, which only happens under deploy. So this is technically still deploying. Even though I guess all we did was change, because we changed the YAML file to Travis, it's actually not going to change anything on the website until this is done. And curiously, it does something with code cover after it's done. I think that's fine. Don't think we need to worry about that. That's cool. I'll leave this open because I'm super interested to see if this deploys. In fact, I guess we should see this through before hitting the merge button on the other window. Otherwise, yeah, it might not work, and we end up wasting a bit of time. I feel like I had other jobs going. More requests. Yeah, so 175. These should be coming to an end pretty soon. 5 minutes. Still compiling. They've slowed down again. Let's check on that cache, see if it's been cleared. It hasn't. Master's got a nice small cache. Alrighty. There's still much to be done for these deploy speeds. I think I'll probably have a crack at these off stream throughout the week, see if I can get the deploy speeds nice and quick. Bit more improvement would never hurt. Hey, whilst I'm on stream and we're waiting for this, so the fact that this stream, I guess, got interrupted 3 times, does that now show on my Twitch profile as like 3 separate videos, or is it smart enough to just kind of tack them all together? It'd be pretty neat if it figured out that there was just one video that was interrupted. Okay, so this is still going. Separate videos. Cheers, Tom. That's a shame. I've got it exporting the videos across to YouTube, so what I guess I can do, yeah, I guess at least with YouTube I can probably merge those 3 videos into one, which would be pretty nice. Trying to like squash all of these into sensible series, which so far is about 15 hours of people watching me compile stuff. Very little actual code being written. The best thing we managed to do was write one refactored page. That's all we've managed to do so far on this entire series. It's just madness. So, willingness to go faster. This is this one was the deploy. These are the builds. I mean, when they were slow, they were like 12 or 13 minutes, weren't they? Not sure why they're so. It's like hit and miss, isn't it? Sometimes they'll compile in 3 minutes, sometimes they compile in 9. It's got to be something to do with the caching, otherwise just occasionally maybe it's running on totally different hardware, but that seems unlikely. This is curious as well. Just realised both the test stage and the deploy stage have got these random rust things again. Well, we will improve it. 11 minutes for a deploy is a bit much. Still compiling. Terrible. Again, it felt the need to install this cargo installed WASM pack again. I wonder if it's not getting, if these ran before the previous build completed, but I don't think it did. I think I would have noticed. I'd hope I would have noticed. Because what it could be doing is building the cache. No, I don't know what I'm talking about. We added this yesterday, right? So it's got to have made it into the cache by now. Deploy up to 12 minutes. At least it's doing a cargo build now. Okay, well so far today we've managed one pull request. There we go. We've got, so that's been the sum total. One pull request, and 2 crashes. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I need to do something about that. Every time I see that, I get reminded. Tom, you'll laugh about this. I'm relying on a particular commit hash for one of my dependencies. So this David O'Connor chap has been kind enough to create this seed library, and what happened there? I must have moved on to the next thing. And I'm using that, but it yeah, could only find one particular commit that worked, and all the commits after that it didn't. I should obviously fix my code. That's probably my code at fault. Yeah, one for another day. That was confusing. One of my ice cubes, they were like 2 or 3 inches across, like giant slabs of ice from the freezer. It must have been about 4 millimeters. That really confused me. So what's in my drink? There is no 12 minutes. 12 minutes. Ah, this feels like, I don't know. Feels like it's not even right in the cache anymore when it gets to the end. I wonder if the cache just got so large it's just not working anymore. Should make sense. Yeah, because the size hasn't changed. Yeah, compiling our code. What else have we got under pull requests? So we're going to do the badge one. Oh, and then we got a broken build under correctly call Mazen discovery date. So I guess we could have a quick look at why that's broken. Oh, is it just broken because we saw a loss of coverage? Hey, we could fix that. We could actually write some code. We could do 2 things at the same time. What's it caching, says Tom. So it caches any packages that it compiles, any dependencies that it compiles, I guess are the same thing. We've also got it, I think we've got it caching any apt packages that we install. Not that we install, oh no, we do install some here as well. I haven't yet added caching for pip, but it only takes 5 seconds to run that line, so it's not, I mean, it's worth doing, but you know, save 5 seconds, but it's not our main problem. Let's switch branches. So git checkout. Hit tab, and I think that's given me a list of commits. What if I type? Does that auto? Oh, it does. Yes. Been a while since I've used the full power of Git. Your local changes to the following files will be overwritten. I don't care. Let's just stash them. I don't care. Branch is up to date with Origin Master. Let's pull this just in case there's any changes that have happened on the Git on the GitHub. Thought we'd ditch this, you know. Curious. Anyway, what's it complaining about? It's complaining about the fact that we don't have any new tests, and we dropped from 19.2 to 17.28. And I think we were working on the Mazen page. We were. So whilst this is doing all its fancy building, let's see if we can improve. I think we want to run cargo test. Oof. That's a whole pile of problems. Could not compile, blah blah blah. Number of integer. Can't find crate for libc. Can't find crate for libc. Cargo builds first, maybe? Nope. Cargo clean. Let's do that. Then we'll try build. Please don't blue screen. This was where it blue screened the last 2 times. Don't blue screen. Okay, I think we've made it. I think we've made it without a blue screen. We're good. We're good. I mean, fine, there's still 10 packages to go, but get excited. One package to go. Error finalizing incremental compilation. Permission denied. Okay, so if I run it again. I think I had this issue before and a reboot fixed it, but since we've had several reboots I didn't ask for, I think I'm probably just going to leave that. Right, so cargo build worked. Let's do a cargo test. Okay, well the unit tests run fine. So we have some unit tests. Do we have any unit tests in this file? None. Okay, we can probably fix that. Where else have we got some unit tests? And then I don't have to remember the syntax. Cruncher, got some crunchy tests in here. Oh yeah, I remember now. So if I take one of these, go to the end. So in Rust it's customary. Customary? Yeah, that works. It's customary to put your unit tests in the same file as the functions that you're testing. And generally you just create a mod tests within your file, and you create your test functions inside that. Use super is pretty useful. It's complaining at the moment because we're not using it, but we will be using it. This allows us to call functions up here that might be private. I think it's for, yeah, private functions. Although looking at this, almost all of these are public. So I guess we can assert equals. That's the function name. Mazen utils, that's our utils thing. Some module, that's the word I'm looking for. Let's get rid of these 2 lines because they're just going to get in the way. So Mazen discovery dates. Does it take any arguments? I don't think it does. Oh, it does. N of U size. Why? Why does that take an argument? What does it do with it? Oh, it returns a particular one. So I guess we could say we could give it 50, and therefore it should give us the latest date, part of a test. So if I say you're going to get 50 as an argument, and I want that as my output, then just to check, so we had 11 pass tests before, and now of course it's going to have to do a bit of recompiling because we changed the code. A couple of errors, a couple of new errors. 12 tests passed. Great. Okay. Good. So we're testing the largest and the smallest. I guess we should do this as well. We should probably test for when n equals 0, because if we deleted this, then the entire array would be wrong. So if you pass it 0, I guess it should return blank. Honestly, it should probably just outright error if you pass it 0. So yeah, one of the things that is different to other languages I write in is this just gives you how many function calls that are under the test module, or how many test functions pass. It doesn't make any, like, there's two different assertions here. I'm used to seeing the number of assertions go up when I write new ones. That's not a thing in Rust, or certainly not a thing in cargo test that I know about anyway. Cool, so we've tested that function. There's another one here called nth mazen prime. Let's add a, and that takes a string. Okay. Oh, of course. So say of course, as if everyone should know. No, this function is used on this page. Nope, this page. This page. And if your number is a mazen, 127 I think is a mazen. Yeah. Then it says you have, it's the fourth mazen prime in this case. So I guess we would expect this to return something useful. Let's give it a deliberately wrong value as well. So let's take a copy of all of this. So we're saying nth mazen prime, if we pass it 127, then I'll just leave this as a date for now because we know that's totally wrong, but that's fine. And this, oh look, this is not ideal actually. I should be giving this a much better name. What's a mazen? You asked Google and she just kept telling me about Amazon Prime instead of mazen prime. Yeah, so mazen prime is a power of 2 minus 1. So if you go to the mazens, so it's a prime number that can be written in this form. So there's not many of them. I've got 50 on this page, but I bet there's more that have since been discovered. They're probably up to like 51 or 52. Someone's typed primes W. Oh yeah, you got it. Yes. Yes. You've got the exact formula to hand. 2 to the n minus 1. Is it 2 to the p? Because I think are these prime numbers as well? Is that the further complexity? So they look prime. 2, 3, 5, 7 all prime. 13, 17, 19, 31. I think 61's prime. 89, that sounds prime. Anyway. What was I doing? I was naming these correctly. And actually I should probably have committed this change before starting to write a second function. So let's give this a good name. So this we're testing this function. This I'm going to get rid of. I don't want to. I'll put this back in just a second. Let's fix this. Git commit. What are we doing? We are adding. We've added the first test, so I could be a bit sassy. Say added much needed unit test. No, added unit test for mazen discovery dates. Check my spelling. Yeah, we're all good. So we've done that. Great, good stuff. I could push that. I don't see why not. Push that, and I guess we should see the code coverage increase on that push, and then again on this one. I forgot my Zen utils. Right, so we're reasonably sure. Oh, that's really unhappy, isn't it? Oh, and I've given this a bad function name again. Fixed. Okay, let's read this error. What's going on? Can't compare U64 with a string. Okay, that's fair enough. So I got my argument wrong. So I think I'll double check it, but I think I should have, as it said, given a string. So yeah, it's expecting a string. In fact, this is entirely the wrong way around. This is expecting a string and returns a 64-bit integer. So let's put, I know it's a 4, but I'm going to put a 3 because I just want to check that this actually fails. Grey Git says a number of the form 2 to the power of p minus 1, where p is a prime number. Cool. Okay, so we're... Oh, I didn't mean to push. What did I do? What was I doing? I was just blindly doing stuff whilst reading messages. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Each of these are indeed primes. Cool. Test. That's what I was looking for. Cargo test. Has a quick recompile of the bits that it needs to recompile. Throws some errors, which I'm not going to deal with right this second. And it fails because the left is returning the number 4, because 127 is the 4th Mazen prime, which I guess makes sense. 2 to the 7 minus 1. Yep, maths checks out. And I deliberately put a 3 in there. Cargo test. Alright, we've got 13 unit tests now. What happens if we give it a number that's not a Mazen? What would I expect that to do? Yeah, I guess it can only return integers, so I mean the number 9 is clearly not Mazen, so if I was calling this function I expected some kind of sanity in what it's sending me back. I'd expect it to give me a 0. Let's have a look at the code and see if that's what it does before running this test. Answer. So answer starts off at 0 and only if it ends up... Oh, in fact, look, there's our function, everybody. Big 2, power, Mazen, n to the 0 minus 1. Okay. Not a very clean version of the function. Not very readable, rather, but it's there nonetheless. What's everyone's view on spacing? Should this look like that? Is that easier to read? Maybe I should look at adding some kind of